I'll just tell you a short story about Laegaire Buadach. Buadach means victorious. Unfortunately, it's the one that's known as the death tale of Laegaire Buadach. King Conor of Ulster had a poet, a court poet, whose name was A, or Hugh. And A offended Conor one time, very seriously. In fact, he had an affair with Conor's wife. And Conor sentenced him to death. And A said, well, I've been your favorite court poet for a long time. We've always got on well. Yes, I made a mistake, and I accept that you're going to sentence me to death. But will you give me this boon? Will you allow me to choose the method of my death? And Conor said, okay, I'll give you that. What way do you want to be executed? And A said, by drowning. And the king said, okay, take this man off and drown him. So they took him off, and they popped him into a lake. Now, the reason A had chosen drowning as his method of execution was he had a spell against water. He could put this spell on water and dry it up. So as soon as they popped him into the lake, he put the spell on the water, the lake dried up. They took him out of the lake, they put him into a river. He put the spell on the river dried up. They put him into another lake, another river, another lake, another river. He dried them all up. Finally, they put him into Laegaire. And he put the spell on the water, and it didn't work. Now, whether the spell didn't work on that particular lake, or whether he was just tired, I don't know. But the water in the lake did not dry up. And he was going down for the third time, and he said, help, help, they're drowning a poet. It just happened that Laegaire Buadach lived next to that lake. And he heard the sound of the poet's voice. He said, they're drowning a poet, they can't do that. He grabbed his sword, he went running out the front door, forgetting that he was this tall and the door was only this high. And as he went dashing out, of course, he was a great hero, he was running so fast, he bumped his head on the lintel of the door. Now, we do that from time to time, don't we? And it hurts. But he was going so fast, it shore off the top of his head so that his brains spilled out all over his cloak. But he was strong enough, he was able to keep going, and he killed 30 of the king's warriors, and he rescued the poet. That's the death tale of Laegaire Buadach.